It's the world's most luxurious steak, but have you ever wondered how it's made? Deep within this factory, specialized machines work tirelessly to raise the finest cattle with a diet and environment unlike any other. But how does this unique process turn a humble cow into the mouth-watering delicacy that commands top dollar? What hidden techniques, and perhaps even secrets, go into the making of every tender, marbled cut? Stick around as we unveil the fascinating, little-known journey of Wagyu beef from the factory to your plate. Wagyu beef is renowned as one of the finest meats in the world, commanding high prices in restaurants and on the global market. But what exactly goes into producing this extraordinary delicacy, and how did it come to be a symbol of luxury? To understand the intricacies of Wagyu beef production, we need to start from the very beginning in the rolling hills and specialized facilities of Japan, where the journey of this highly marbled, tender beef begins. Wagyu, meaning Japanese cow, refers to specific breeds of cattle that have been raised for centuries with meticulous care and attention to detail. While the breed itself dates back to the 2nd century AD, it was in the early 20th century that Japan began to refine and define what would later be known as the Wagyu beef industry. The term Wagyu refers to 4 specific breeds: Japanese black, Japanese brown, Japanese shorthorn, and Japanese polled. Of these, the Japanese black breed is the most famous, known for its rich intramuscular fat, which gives the beef its signature marbling and tenderness. But how did this unique method of cattle raising become the global phenomenon it is today? The history of Wagyu beef production can be traced back to a time when these cattle were initially used as draft animals in Japan, helping farmers with agricultural work. Over time, however, the Japanese started focusing on breeding and feeding techniques that would enhance the cattle's meat quality, creating a product that was unlike anything the world had ever seen. These cattle were primarily raised in specific regions of Japan, such as Kobe, Matsusaka, and Omi, which became famous for producing the finest beef in the world. In terms of production, Japan remains the leader in the market, producing an estimated 2,000 tons of Wagyu beef annually. However, other countries have begun to follow suit. Australia and the United States, in particular, have entered the Wagyu beef production scene in the past few decades, though their methods differ from the traditional Japanese methods. Australia, for example, has been producing a significant quantity of beef, using a mix of imported Japanese cattle and local breeds to meet growing demand. In fact, Australia's Wagyu production has been on the rise, with estimates suggesting that it now produces around 5,000 tons of Wagyu beef each year. The cost of producing Wagyu beef is another fascinating aspect of its production process. A single cow can cost tens of thousands of dollars depending on its breed, bloodline, and quality. The process of raising cattle is expensive and requires careful attention. Farmers often invest heavily in the cattle's feed and care, which are key to achieving the signature marbling that makes beef so desirable. In Japan, a farmer may spend over 5 years raising a single cow, feeding it a specialized diet that includes grains, barley, and sometimes even beer, which helps to relax the cattle and contribute to their unique fat distribution. Transportation of beef is a critical aspect of the production process. In Japan, where each region has its own dedicated Wagyu farms, the raw meat must be carefully transported under strict temperature controls to maintain quality. After slaughtering, the beef is typically aged in controlled environments to ensure optimal texture and flavor. This aging process can take up to several weeks, depending on the specific cuts being produced. The final product is then shipped worldwide with a premium price tag attached to every piece of beef. Countries such as the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom have become major consumers of Wagyu beef, where it is sold in high-end restaurants and luxury markets. The production of Wagyu beef also involves a delicate balance between automation and manual labor. In the early days of the industry, much of the process was manual, with farmers overseeing every aspect of the cattle's care, from feeding to health monitoring. Today, however, modern technology has made its way into the production process, especially in the slaughtering and processing stages. Machines are now used to cut and package the beef in factories, allowing for greater efficiency and consistency. However, the human touch is still crucial, especially when it comes to the care of the cattle and the aging process of the beef. Challenges in Wagyu beef production are numerous. One of the most significant obstacles is maintaining the high level of quality and consistency that consumers expect. As demand for Wagyu beef increases, farmers must constantly adapt to new methods of breeding and feeding to ensure that their cattle meet the strict standards of quality. Sourcing raw materials, such as grains and barley for feeding, can also be a logistical challenge, particularly when global supply chains are disrupted. In some cases, farmers have had to rely on imported feed from overseas to maintain their production levels. The process of producing Wagyu beef begins with the careful breeding of the cattle, which is typically done in specialized facilities known as farms or ranches. These facilities focus on producing high-quality, genetically superior animals that will later be raised for meat production. Farmers select animals with desirable traits such as good marbling potential and strong health characteristics, ensuring that the calves produced will have the genetic makeup needed for high-quality beef. Once the calves are born, they are raised in a controlled environment where their diet is closely monitored. The traditional Japanese method of raising cattle involves feeding them a specialized diet of grains, barley, and sometimes even rice straw. Some farmers will go so far as to hand-feed their cattle, ensuring that each animal receives the exact nutrients it needs to develop properly. The feed is crucial in achieving the marbling that gives Wagyu beef its distinctive flavor and texture. The time it takes to produce Wagyu beef is extensive compared to other types of beef. It typically takes 3 to 5 years to raise a Wagyu cow to maturity, and during that time, the cattle are closely monitored for health and development. The most critical period of a cow's life occurs in the final stages of its growth, when the marbling begins to develop. Farmers may even massage the cattle or provide them with beer or sake to encourage relaxation and improve the fat distribution in their bodies. The final step of the production process involves slaughtering and processing the cattle, which is done in strict adherence to Japanese standards. Once the cattle are slaughtered, the beef is aged in carefully controlled conditions to enhance its flavor and tenderness. The meat is then meticulously cut into individual portions and packaged for distribution. Throughout the process, the focus remains on maintaining the high quality that has made Wagyu beef a luxury product. Economic factors also play a significant role in the production of Wagyu beef. The price of beef is largely determined by the grade of marbling, which is assessed using a grading system that evaluates the fat content in the beef. A higher grade of marbling translates to a more expensive cut of beef. Wagyu beef can fetch astronomical prices, with some cuts reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars per pound. This high cost is partly due to the labor-intensive nature of its production, as well as the cost of raising the cattle over such a long period. The growing demand for Wagyu beef worldwide has led to an increase in production across the globe, particularly in countries like the United States and Australia, where cattle are bred in a similar manner to Japan's Wagyu cattle. While the methods may vary, the desire to recreate the marbling and texture of traditional Japanese Wagyu beef remains the same. As the global appetite for this premium product grows, the future of Wagyu beef production will continue to evolve, balancing tradition with innovation to meet the increasing demand for one of the world's most coveted culinary delights. In conclusion, the production of Wagyu beef is a meticulous, time-consuming process that combines centuries-old traditions with modern technology to create one of the finest culinary experiences in the world. From breeding to feeding, to the careful processing and aging of the beef, every step is designed to ensure that the end product is of the highest quality. The journey of Wagyu beef, from its origins in Japan to its place on luxury menus worldwide, is a testament to the dedication and passion of those involved in its production, as well as the ongoing global demand for this unparalleled delicacy. The journey of chocolate production in factories begins with the careful preparation of ingredients. In modern chocolate factories, automation plays a key role from the very start. Automated ingredient dosing machines are used to measure and dispense the correct quantities of raw materials like cocoa beans, sugar, milk powder, and cocoa butter. These machines are equipped with advanced sensors and scales to ensure accuracy. Large hoppers are used to store the ingredients, and through the press of a button, the ingredients are transferred in precise amounts to the production line. These systems are designed to prevent human error and maintain consistency across large batches, ensuring that the chocolate's quality remains uniform throughout the entire process. Once the ingredients are in place, the next step is mixing. This is where the industrial mixer comes in. The mixer, typically a large, rotating drum, uses blades or paddles to blend the ingredients into a smooth, uniform mixture. The speed of the blades and the time it spends mixing are precisely controlled by computer systems to achieve the perfect consistency. The goal here is to thoroughly combine the cocoa, sugar, milk powder, and cocoa butter into a smooth chocolate paste or dough, ensuring that the texture is just right. The mixer operates continuously, mixing large quantities of ingredients quickly and efficiently, producing a consistent batch that will form the base for all chocolate products. After the mixing process is complete, the chocolate mixture needs to be transferred into molds. This is done by automatic filling machines, which are designed to handle the hot, liquid chocolate with precision. These machines use nozzles to dispense the chocolate into molds of various shapes and sizes, ensuring even distribution and uniform size for each piece. The filling machines operate at high speed, filling hundreds or thousands of molds per hour, all while maintaining a steady, controlled flow of chocolate. The molds are often placed on a conveyor system that moves them through the factory to the next stage in the production process. The next step is the baking or cooling process, where the chocolate is set and begins to take shape. While chocolate itself is not baked in the traditional sense, it needs to be cooled and solidified in a controlled environment. This is where industrial cooling tunnels come into play. These tunnels use fans to circulate cool air, lowering the temperature of the chocolate quickly and evenly. The cooling process is crucial because it helps the chocolate retain its smooth texture and prevents any moisture from forming. The chocolate moves through the cooling tunnel on conveyor belts, staying in the perfect conditions to harden without cracking or losing its glossy finish. Once the chocolate has cooled and solidified, the next step is icing and decoration. This is where automated icing machines come into the spotlight. These machines are capable of applying smooth layers of icing or frosting onto the chocolate products with incredible precision. The icing machines are adjustable, allowing for different types of icing to be applied depending on the product. Whether it's a rich, glossy chocolate ganache or a light buttercream, the machines can accommodate the needs of each batch. Additionally, these machines can be outfitted with decorating tools that apply intricate designs such as sprinkles, patterns, or logos to create a polished, attractive finish on each piece of chocolate. Finally, once the chocolate products have been decorated, they move to the packaging stage. This is where the final touch of automation is implemented. The automated packaging lines are designed to handle the products gently yet efficiently. Packaging machines are used to place the chocolates in boxes or wrappers, ensuring that they are sealed securely to preserve freshness. The machines also print labels which include product information, expiration dates, and branding, all while maintaining a fast pace. The sealed packages are then sent down conveyor belts to the distribution area, ready to be shipped out to retailers or consumers. Throughout the entire chocolate production process, the role of automation cannot be overstated. By using machines for ingredient measurement, mixing, filling, baking, cooling, decorating, and packaging, Factories can produce chocolate in massive quantities with consistent quality. Automation increases efficiency by allowing for faster production times, reduces the risk of human error, and ensures that every piece of chocolate meets the same high standards. Machines also help to maintain hygiene and safety by minimizing direct contact between the product and human hands, which is especially important in food production. Thanks to automation, chocolate factories can keep up with global demand, producing high-quality products quickly and consistently, and delivering them fresh to consumers around the world. Thank you so much for sticking with us until the end of this journey into the fascinating world of Wagyu beef production. We hope you enjoyed diving into the intricate process behind one of the most prized meats in the world. If you're hungry for more stories about how food is made, we've got plenty more videos to keep you hooked. Just click on the next video to continue exploring the amazing ways food is crafted on a mass scale. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It really helps us out and lets us know you're enjoying the content. Also, if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a behind-the-scenes look at your favorite food-making processes. What food-making process would you like us to break down next? Your suggestions help shape the future of the channel, and we can't wait to hear from you. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.